Should really have picked a better place to stand. The sun's kind of blinding me. Yes, we have sun. In between fucking torrential showers of rain and sleet and snow, we have sun. So today's mission is to get all of the pike fishing gear out of the van, into the shed, and the coarse fishing gear out of the shed and into the van, before we get soaked or froze to death. And there we have it, folks. The contents of my van. That lot has to go into there. And the coarse fishing gear has to go into the van. Before anyone gives me earache about, why do you carry so much fishing tackle? I don't carry all this. This fits in the van. So I've got kind of covered for all solutions or all situations. There is my lure fishing gear. Beside that's my food bag. Underneath there somewhere is on hooking mats. Then there, that's the bait boat. There's the rods. There's more rods. There's the barrow. There is some clothes. There's also spare seats. There's also backpacks. The spare seats are for MSW, and you can see her clothes hanging up there as well. There. So yeah, it's just part of the mundane crap little tasks that you have to do when you fish for a load of different species. All that stuff you see in the yard earlier on has to go into here. Anyone for a game of fishing kit Tetris? That time of year again, we have to waterproof the winter clothing. This is going to get put away, so it needs to be waterproofed as it's letting in the water. It's just to do this outside in the ventilated area, but it's pissing it's rain. So I'll do it on here. And open the windows. Hope it don't get high or poisoned off the fumes.
mission is completed. You know, I'd forgotten how much elbow room I have when I have no 13-foot pike rods sitting nudging me like this. Story is, the Erne system is all over the place. The banks have burst. The rivers are quite high. So tomorrow when I go to fish the Erne to throw Swimfeeders, it could be a bit of an interesting day. But it's Bank Holiday Monday. It'd be rude not to go fishing. It's not often I get a day off, so it'd be a pity to waste it. At some point this summer I'm going to do a bit of a walk down memory lane for you, as a proper one. Where I grew up fishing a place called Castledaird in Tyrone. It's one of the best salmon fisheries in Northern Europe. It's one of the finest places to fish, and I had an excellent education. I had my grandfather, who was a cracking angler, an absolute gentleman of a human being. He's not with us anymore, and I miss him every day. But he's someone that you aspire to live like. So I'm going to do a day fishing the old way I grew up fishing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the fly fishing anymore. My days of being able to cast a big fly rod are over. I don't even own a fly rod anymore. I would have to go and beg, borrow and steal to get them, but I don't think I'll use the fly rod anymore. It'll be a day throwing little spinners and spoons, probably for trout, because it's a cracking trout river. But it's going to be my bit of a walk down memory lane. I was a teenager before I started pike fishing, but I grew up fishing for trout and for salmon. It was good times, now good times. So give that to look forward to. 2019 is going to be a busy year for me. I have a wee trip to Hawaii and Vegas with MSW. We're on a honeymoon. I'm really looking forward to that. Longer term plans include buying a house. More longer term plans involve refurbing my fishing boat, ripping out the old floor, putting a new plywood floor in, new carpet all around, putting in some sort of electric bilge that drains water out. I have a little 14-foot aluminium hulled boat. It's easy enough to put into the water by yourself, but it needs a bit of TLC. So if I could get hold of a garage, I would probably turn the thing on its upside down, sand off all the paint, respray it, rip out the floors, put new floors in with marine ply, and get things, because I bought the boat second hand. Everything's not really where I want it to be. I'm having to kind of make do. I would need to get a brand new trailer. I mean, at the minute there's a brand new 4 horsepower outboard that's sitting, and it's never seen the loch, it's never been in water, it's never been used. So a 4 horsepower engine, it's enough to get you around on smaller waters. Problem is, Lough Erne's not a small water, so I'm going to need to get something a bit bigger. But if I go and tell the wife that I'm buying shit for the boat when I haven't got the mortgage sorted out, I'm liable to have a few trips to A&E to take out knife wounds. I married a woman from Fintna. Anyone that knows this part of the world knows two things. One, it rains all the fucking time. Two, Fintna women, they're mean.